The first reaction is also coming in from the BJP. Piyush, in fact, also spoke to the Vice Chancellor of JNU today. The Congress party today is taking its agenda against the Vice Chancellor of JNU to, in fact, it wants those protests to be held abroad. Now we're getting the first reaction from the BJP, which says that this is nothing but the Congress party's attempt to defame India. Here's what the BJP has to say. Let's listen in.
I see that since they are working for other agencies and seeking their help, they best represent those countries. What are they doing? They are not representing India or India's interests. And people who are voters belong to India. This is an election of India and Delhi. And Indian citizens are concerned with what is happening in India, not what people outside think they can. I mean, that's their politics.
Who are they to ask to international community?
That's what the whole thing is about. You see, what you need to understand, what world needs to understand is that these are the people who have lost credibility within the country. These are the people who do not represent Indians. These are the people who have no best interest of India at their heart. And they are busy protecting themselves and seeking benefits for themselves, and they will not shirk from getting it from anywhere. I think even if they get that from Pakistan, they'll happily go there. Let them go.
Other attempts to defame India, where
Of course, these are attempts. Not forget. I mean, who cares what Pakistan, Bangladesh, or what is happening? Because if they were concerned, it wouldn't have taken 20 years, 30 years, 40 years for these people to get their citizenship, because they were living in a denial mode. The moment you see, just try and understand. CAA is to give rights to people of citizenship to those who have been living in this country for 20 years, 30 years and like that, who entered this country before 31st December 2014. Now, most of that time period, it was not BJP which was in power. It was the Congress party. My question to Congress party and their supporter is, what were you doing? Why were you not exposing Pakistan that they are human right violators? What kind of understanding?
And a story broken on Republic TV is getting much bigger. Dr. Vijay Chauthaiwale, who's in fact in charge of the Foreign Affairs Department of the BJP, is joining me on the phone line. Mr. Chauthaiwale, thank you so much for joining Republic TV. Today, the Congress party has gone ahead and in fact has made an appeal of sorts to students, Indian students studying abroad, that they should protest outside universities abroad. They should protest outside Ivy League universities like Harvard and Oxford. Their protest should garner attention from the Western media. Its narrative is well known, and they should do it so that the Modi government's image takes a hit. And the Congress party is making all these appeals by using the protests that are currently, in fact, by using the violence that took place inside the JNU campus. This also comes just a day after the Delhi police, named the left-wing goons whom the Congress party is standing right next to, who the Congress party has all its solidarity with, and the Congress party now provoking anti-India protests outside foreign universities. Your first response, Mr. Chauthaiwale?
See, Mr. Sam Pitroda and also Mr. Udait Raj, they are the spent force within the Congress party itself. They have no relevance, and all these provocative statements they are making only to prove their relevance. Needless to say that Indian Overseas Congress, which is their overseas arm, has a history of taking anti-India stand, and when Labour Party in UK resolved totally against India, the representatives of Indian Overseas Congress have gone and met him and also tried to discuss Kashmir issues. So their activities outside India are quite different. Like along with Pakistani people, they are doing demonstrations in front of Indian High Commission, which actually means, in a literal terms, they are doing demonstrations against Indian state. So all these things are very, very important to note, that their overseas activities are not always in the interest of India.
Absolutely.
But they are not likely to have any more impact on the Indian diaspora, because Indian diaspora is overwhelmingly supporting Prime Minister Modi and his initiatives, and the pro-CAA demonstrations right from the Silicon Valley and various parts of USA to the various parts of Europe and also in various the states of
Mr.
Australia.
Chauthaiwale, taking off from
only
what the
shows-
points you've just made, this seems to be like non-stop provocation. We have seen this happen in the case of Kashmir when the Indian Overseas Congress, in fact, went to the Labour Party to discuss what's happening in Kashmir. A few days back when the anti-CA protests were going on, the Congress, in fact, also decided to hold anti-India agitation in many countries abroad. And today, they are using a university like the JNU. In fact, why should something that's happening in an Indian university be used as a plank against the government abroad? So it is clear that the Congress party is using JNU to further its anti-India agenda even abroad.
Absolutely, you are very right. And again, I am telling you, this is not the first time they are doing it. They have done it in past, and I will not be surprised that they will be doing it in future also. But at the same time, only few isolated protests outside India doesn't reflect Indian diaspora at large. Indian diaspora at large is overwhelmingly supporting Prime Minister Modi's initiatives and also
Absolutely. Mr. Chauthaiwale, thank you so much for joining us on this breaking news broadcast here on Republic TV. A huge charge and a huge allegation there leveled by the BJP. In fact, the BJP goes on to say that the Congress party can go to any extent to garner funds. So the funds charge has also been leveled at this point of time from the Foreign Affairs Department head of the BJP, with Dr. Vijay Chauthaiwale. He joined us on this broadcast a short while back, and he goes on to say that the Indian Overseas Congress is doing this to in fact garner funds. So when you spread anti-India agenda abroad, you get funds. This is what the BJP has to allege when it comes to the Congress party. And like we've been telling our viewers, this is not the first time. You saw the Congress, you saw how the Indian Overseas Congress, how it in fact went to Jeremy Corbyn of the Labour Party to internationalize and discuss Kashmir. A few days back when the anti-CAA protests were going on in India, the Congress party decided to hold anti-India agitations abroad, and now using the violence